Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. What the game comes down to. I've been thinking about that just because of some recent videos I've seen coming from other people. I don't even want to get into the exact videos, I really don't, because it'll start some unnecessary drama. But I've been thinking about the game really comes down to sex. Who's going to get sex, who ain't going to get sex, how you going to get sex. We try to talk about all this other stuff, but that's what it all boils down to. When dudes talk about having money or having status or even having looks, it's about whether or not they can get the woman to have sex with them. Or it comes down to whether or not somebody want to tell the requisite lie to get a pussy, or they want to be blunt. It's about sex. So that's one of the things. See, a lot of people don't want to think of it. Even some men. Like, one of the things, anybody who reads my books, whether it's Nice Guys and Players, Sexual Chemistry, A Player's Eyes, or even I'm Not Playing, they can see that sexual element there. The ultimate thing is a man developing himself to the point where women can just look at him and say they want to have sex with him. That's the ultimate thing. That's the ultimate game, man. Because if you have that sex appeal, that energy like that, you can run anything. And when I say run anything, you can be a quiet dude, you can be a mysterious dude, outgoing dude. You can be some bummy dude. You can be some dirty dick Rodney. You can be some classic man. You can even be a nerdy type. Because, oh yeah, a lot of women out there, that turns them on. If a dude nerdy, but he got some sex appeal to him, it's like, boom. There it is. That's the thing people got to work on. And I try to tell people that, see, too often people, they don't work on that base. And see, the key to that base really is for them to be comfortable with their own sexuality. I'm going to tell you something a Tantra Master said. He said a lot of dudes out here can't feel their own dicks. Like, literally, unless they grab them. Like, can you feel it? Are you connected to it? And part of that is a physical thing, but part of it is also just being comfortable being a man. You got some dudes out here, especially with this whole Me Too thing. If they see a woman, shoot, they trying to suppress their hard on or something. Shoot, mine just pop up. I be saying hello, dude. Shit, my joint be like, hey, yo, what's up? Or I be hugging somebody, they know. They know because they put themselves right on it. Yeah, shoot. But if you give that energy like that, shoot, you don't have to say anything. Because that's been one of my secrets, man. I've had women just tell me straight up. They be like, Ron, I know you tear me up. And one woman told me, she said, Ron, you got the energy like you just throw me up against the wall and go to work. I was like, yeah. But it's an energy thing. And notice, those times I ain't say anything. I ain't even have to do anything. See, here's the thing. You get comfortable with that sexual energy, your sexual self. Once you get comfortable with it, you don't have to do a whole bunch of other stuff. You can say anything. You can say hi to a woman. That's the sexiest thing. You can say it in such a way. You be like, hey, how you doing? That's the sexiest thing she heard that day. This son fucks me up. Shit, let me not run over this dude's motorcycle. I gotta go slow, man. God damn. Yeah. That son is a bitch, man. Anyway, right? You can say anything, do anything, dress any way you want. Hell, you can even look a certain way. Because women will tell you, if you listen to some women, yeah, they like, there's that ideal, dude 6'3", he muscular, got some money and stuff, but that's just a mask. Women feel that energy. On my Patreon, and y'all need to check that out, I was just talking about women. How you see some women, they got those big breasts and they got big old butt, the body, maybe even a face, but you don't feel that buzz from them. Like a killer body, but you just don't feel that from them. And then you get some women don't got half that shit, but the sex appeal drips off of them. Like, one of the sexiest women I ever seen in my life was this slim woman. I mean, she ain't had no booty. She had a pretty face. She had a pretty face, but ain't a face, man. She ain't had no booty. Flat chested. But she the shit. She could just walk across the room and shit. And you'd be like, God damn, she's sexy. Even how she walk. That's that shit men gotta have. But it's a thing. You can't fake it. Like, some dudes might, if some dudes might try to fake like some, like they got it, right? Like, and this my favorite incident. I told this story a few times, right? It was at this club, Zanzibar in DC and shit, man. It was this tall dude, man. You couldn't even say he was handsome. He was just tall, had a slim, muscular body. But he had a pockmarked face. But women were going crazy on him. And that dude, he ain't dance or anything. He just go there and stand there. But he had, he had his little muscle shirt on, some slacks. Some other dudes tried to steal his style, but they couldn't steal his energy and shit. And, I know some people say energy, but that's just in all how you carry yourself, how you walk, how you hold your head, Because it's how all of that creates an aura around you, how you present yourself to the woman. She see you and shit, and she feels something. That's why some dudes, if they got that energy, they can dip their head to a woman like this, and, she'll be like, oh, shoot. I've actually done that a few times. A woman look in my eyes and shit and be like gasping. Be like, oh. Be like, yeah, girl, I got you. Yeah, one woman, her eyes were rolling in the back of her head and shit. And shit, she was bisexual, so you know. But yeah, man, see, that should be the focus, man. But see, it's ain't something somebody can fake. It's a mindset thing, man. Like, the first thing a dude got to do is just be comfortable with it. Know that, your purpose on earth, regardless of everything else, is normal for you to want some pussy. See, some guys try to play it off. Oh, it ain't that important. All that, man, stop lying. You want some. Be proud of that shit. That's what your dick is for, man. Other than the pee. It's to repopulate the damn planet, man. Shit. Shit. You see a woman, don't be ashamed to look at her and be like, yeah, girl. Shit. Don't suppress that shit. Only thing women really asking, in fact, women get turned on by that shit. Despite what they saying, they just don't want you to touch them or anything if they ain't feeling you. That's all they asking you, really. They like, don't get in their face and shit. But trust me, if a woman see you and she turned on by you sexually, she'll find a way to get in your face. Even if you trying to ignore her. But that's the first thing. That's what it comes down to, man. And it cracks me up. You get a lot of people, men and women, who try to talk about this, but they ain't talking about sex. They talking about all this other shit, and really they just guessing at it. But you can be a quiet motherfucker and get it like crazy. I hate when I'm on a single lane road and they want to pick up trash. These motherfuckers need to come 6 in the motherfucking morning. Just get your asses up early, get it done. People can get where they gonna go. God damn. Shit. I gotta get to the gym before the machines get filled up. That's another thing too. Right? I talk a lot about the gym and all of that, but a man has to be physically able to last during sex. Because if you take an honest look at some of the men that women go crazy over, it's just a dude who look like he can last. He ain't necessarily super cut or anything like that. Or even like super handsome. He just look like he can last. He got that energy. Like, if you got some dude, even if he is shape, but he walking around all mopey and shit, like he don't got no vitality, shit, women ain't gonna want that. And speaking of that vitality, and I know I'm going a little deep with y'all, but women need to feel that from a man. That'll turn her on before you said a word to her. See, everybody, like I said, everybody always talk about mouthpiece, but it's the energy behind what you say is the key. Like, I could just say, hey, have a nice day, and a woman's like, go weak at her knees. Where somebody else said, and they ready to call the police saying it's a creep. You get to work on that energy and shit. It'll go, just start with that mindset. Let me start there. Because I know half of what I said is abstract to people. They still going to do everything else hoping they get through. And nah, it don't work like that, homie. It don't work like that. Because once you're comfortable with it, see, here's the thing. Once you're really comfortable, a man's ultimately comfortable with his own sexuality, his own desire for women, unapologetic desire for women. See, that's another thing. You got some of these women out here, they want you to like limit that shit. Fuck them. Shit, that's like telling a lion, hey, don't eat that antelope. Shit, that's why on some of these videos, I tell you straight up, I like a fat ass. Probably why me and my ex still cool, because she got a fat ass. Well, I got 2 big ass kids. But shit, be unapologetic with that shit. That's the first thing. Don't apologize for being a goddamn man. You're a motherfucking man. That's nature. You gonna blame somebody, blame God. If somebody say, oh, toxic masculinity and shit, man, fuck y'all. I am who I am. Blame God, man. Force of nature, man. I ain't gonna insult God by being something I ain't. Fuck them. Shit. I like big fat butt women. Shit. I ain't gonna apologize for that shit. Y'all don't need to do it either. Once y'all learn like not to do that, and Rom also figure out the trash schedule around here better, so I know on Tuesdays don't leave at around this time. This is the first time I caught this shit, so now I know. But yeah, don't apologize for that shit. Just get in the mindset, hey, you like sex, you like to fuck. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I see too many dudes online trying to act like you shouldn't like that shit. I'm like, well, you know what? I'll let your biology work the way it's going to work, dog. I got too much testosterone in me, man. Shit. Hey, shit. I got the energy. I left shit. I just walk by a woman. They can smell that shit. Yeah. If I was trifling, I had about 55 kids. So anyway, right? Yeah, but deal with that shit. Get that mindset first. Everything else runs off of it. I don't care what you got. I don't care. In fact, I could take anybody's coaching system or whatever. Let me get the person. I'll get some of my people who've been following what the fuck I'm saying, some of my long-time supporters and students. And I'm going to say, okay, you run this system, or you're going to run it better than whoever teaching. Because after that, it don't even matter. Shit. Anyway, right? That's all for today. That trash, I can get where I'm going. The trash truck made a turn. Anyway. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.